Hello and welcome. Do we even have a mic on? Blame Instagram. That's what you'll do. Hello and welcome to another episode of Strips. If you are here, say hello in the chat. I want to talk to you. I want to hang out with you. Welcome back. Hope you guys had a great week. Last Tuesday, we chit chatted with Dodge from So Shameless Podcast. So if you did not go and follow them and listen to one of the 4 episodes they put out this week, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're smoking a little cock. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But what I do know is that today you just got me. We are going to strip it down. We are going to lay it low and spread it wide. Amen. Amen, child. We are going to chit chat a little bit about Potomac, a little bit about Salt Lake City, a little bit about Beverly Hills. We got a little Celine Dion. We've got a little bit of Brittany Griner. We have a little bit of the Meg the Stallion lawsuit. Buckle up, hold on tight. If you're here and you're watching, give this video a thumbs up. Okay, listen. I'll keep it really real with you. I quit TikTok, and let's start there on the podcast. I quit TikTok. I did. I did. I was on TikTok. Matter of fact, 420, which was just on Saturday, marked 2 years of me deciding I was going to take TikTok seriously. I got on TikTok that October. So from October to April, I was kind of just playing around, just posting, not really doing anything. 420, 2 years ago, I said, you know what? It's people out here doing the thing, making whole careers, changing their lives, creating careers that didn't even exist prior to them doing what they said they wanted to do. I want to be down. No brandy. At that point, 2 years ago, I had about 4,000 followers. I remember I could not crack 10K. Inside of maybe that April to July window, I went viral. The video made it to Bravo's Instagram page. I did every podcast imaginable in the Bravo space. And I got to 10K. Again, this is 2 years ago. When I decided to quit TikTok, I was about 41,000 followers. Now, to anybody who is listening that wants to be a content creator, I understand that you are listening to these numbers like, girl, I wish, right? But when we are talking about TikTok, when we are talking about fast growth, to be 24 months in and have only gained 30,000 followers is crazy. My RPM, yes, we get paid on TikTok. They have a beta fund. That's amazing, right? They pay you per 1,000 views, which means in order to even make some money, your video has to do over 1,000 views. I got to a point in the algorithm where that wasn't even happening. Then the video gets over 1,000 views, have a video that's at 100,000 views. TikTok decides to say, hey, what we pay you per 1,000 views, we're going to drop it down to a fraction of a penny. So y'all remember that viral interview when TLC is breaking down how they went broke as major selling artists, and T-Boz and Left Eye tell you, get your pencil, class is in session. And then you have to figure out how you have 4 women splitting one fraction of a penny. Essentially, that's what was happening to me on TikTok. Okay. I tell you all of this to say I am bringing my talents to YouTube and to Instagram. That is where I have been posting a majority of, my content, not even a majority. I post on Instagram, YouTube, and on Twitter. My Instagram and my YouTube are the same name, just Murasaki. And my Twitter is it's Murasaki. Just was too long. You could take that up with Elon Musk. But I do think he has his hands full because there was a blind item on Crazy Days and Nights that said they were going to be discontinuing the Tesla Cybertruck because of no low sales. Nobody's buying it. Okay. Do with that information what you choose to do with that information. That being said, you want to know how you can help me, the content creator of? You can share this video. You can rewatch this video. I need to get my watch hours up. Not gonna hold you. Okay. Okay. Now, some of y'all came here for excuse me, not me giving y'all good old school Wendy Williams. Some of y'all came here for a good old Meg the Stallion conversation, and I love that for you. Let's have it, okay? For those of you who don't know, Meg the Stallion is being accused of harassment by a cameraman who says he was forced to watch her have brown chicken brown cow with another woman. This report is coming to you from NBC News in Los Angeles. A former cameraman for Meg the Stallion who alleges that he was trapped inside of a moving vehicle with hip hop star in a foreign country while she had brown chicken brown cow with the woman, has filed a lawsuit accusing the entertainer of harassment and hostile work environment. Emilio Garcia, that is the name of the young man who is suing Meg the Stallion, said in his suit on Tuesday in Los Angeles, after the alleged incident, he was warned, "Don't you ever discuss what you saw." He then became berated and fat shamed by his boss, saying that Meg the Stallion began to treat him differently. The harassment was so severe or so pervasive that it created a hostile, abusive work environment that made Garcia's working conditions intolerable, the suit said. Now, I want to just pause right there. And AJ spoke on it while we was on Instagram before we came over to the YouTube. You cameraman, you Mr. Man, you was stuck inside that moving vehicle while she was doing what with that woman, and you didn't do what? Cameraman. And from everybody, from Lisa Rinna to Kathy Hilton, y'all know you didn't pull out, you didn't even voice note it on your phone. We don't have not now. Ugh, nothing. We don't have nothing that you can give us that'll help us identify what you're saying. And this is why I feel like the Lil Rod Diddy lawsuit changed the game. Diddy was so powerful that Lil Rod knew he couldn't go nowhere. So he collected his evidence, he put it in the lawsuit. You telling me that Emilio got bullied by a woman? Again, I said this, she could not get the whole internet to agree on the fact that she was pumed in her foot. She arguing with that man Carl every day, every chance she get, so she could put out a new song. And she signed to Rock Nation management on behalf of Meg the Stallion. Can't get these people to move. They is like a rock. They shall not be moved. And you think you finna do what? Harass me? Meg, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna put this video out. And that's how I was talking to her. There'd be no way that you would have me stuck in a moving vehicle while you thumpity thump thump thumpity thump 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 on somebody else and I don't have no proof. All I got is my word. And you're changing actions? Girl, go to hell. Okay. This is an employment claim for money with no sexual harassment claim being filed. With the salacious accusations to attempt embarrassment here is what Meg the Stallion's people are saying is going on. Ain't nothing here. You just trying to embarrass her, okay? Representatives for Rock Nation did not respond when asked to give a comment. Now, what I found interesting, y'all know me, I love the tea, and don't nobody spill the tea like Miss Fee from Gossip of the City. Hi, Fee. Gossip of the City said the new lawsuit against Meg is wild because she was there with her man and a few female friends on that trip. If this is true, it's one of the women from the image seen below. According to Fee, these are the women. Woman number 1, woman number 2, and woman number 3. These are the women that were on the trip with Meg and Party. So again, if the lawsuit is true, according to Fee, she was doing the thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump, or as some like to call it, the horizontal tango with one of these women. I didn't say that. Fee said that, okay? So don't none of y'all come for me. What say you? Let me see it in the comments. Do you think that this suit has any validity to it, or do you think that this is another Lizzo moment? We just trying to ride it out, get us a little bit of attention, get us a little bit of clout. Go ahead and tell us in the comments, because I genuinely want to know what you think. While we are on the topic of saying and giving information, y'all, Aubrey O'Day told me she wanted to come do my podcast. Those were not her exact words at all. Actually, there were no words. She retweeted a tweet that I added her in. Okay. She retweeted it. In my brain, she want to be on my podcast. So I invited her. I did reach out to Miss Aubrey O'Day. We know that there's a lot that you can't say, but there's a lot that you can say, and you are welcome to lay it all bare here on Stripped, Miss Aubrey O'Day. Child, Brittany Griner, she is talking. ABC gave us a snippet of what will be her 2020 sit down airing on May 1st. In that clip, or in that interview rather, Brittany Griner gets really personal about what happened. You may remember that Brittany Griner was locked up in Russia and then was sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison for having a cartridge of hashish in her belongings. She had a little vape pen, if you will. The US had to do everything as file her as a wrongfully imprisoned US citizen, and then they ended up trading her after she did, I want to say, about 20 months. And she talks to Robin Roberts about everything from her conditions. Once she was actually sentenced and transferred to prison, she said that they put her in a cell with a mattress that had blood, dried blood on it. She said there were no tissues, there were no blankets. And unfortunately, there were many times that she considered ending it all. I think this is going to be a really good interview. I will watch it on May 1st when it comes out, and we will, in fact, chit chat about it. Taking a segue over into some Bravo stuff, child. It's a little bit of everything happening in the Bravo world. Apparently, Chanel Ayan from Real Housewives of Dubai, the show that at this point seems like refuses to air, threw a little bit of shade at Melissa Gorga. And yesterday we found out that about a month ago, Miss Mary Cosby, Pastor Mary Cosby, and baby gorgeous Lisa Barlow got into a heated verbal altercation wherein Mary Cosby proceeded to call Lisa Barlow's 12-year-old son an R word, right? Here's my thing. Kids should be off limits, period. There is so much that these women have to talk about that don't make no sense, and we've seen it. From the rumors to the pills to the husbands to the is your bags fake to the renting of the houses to the everything. Kids on any housewife franchise, on any of these adult shows, in any real life situation should be the furthest thing from the topic that we are going to talk about. And to be completely honest, I don't care if Mary Cosby called that boy an elephant, a man of God. I don't care if she really called him by his name. She shouldn't have been referring to him, even if Lisa Barlow may have been referring to her son. And I feel like the person who understands that one wrong doesn't beget another wrong would be the pastor. Hello? Like, I don't understand. And I don't know, listen, y'all, I don't know if this is what would make me a good castmate on these shows or if it's what would make me a bad one. Number one, my mother tell me all the time, when you argue with a fool, The person across the street can't tell the difference. That means if you and a fool is over here yip yap 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 yapping yapping, the person looking across the street gonna say, "Look, it's two fools over there arguing." They not gonna say, "Look, that look like one same person trying to talk some sense into a fool." That's not gonna happen, right? So I do feel like when it comes to certain things, if rhetoric about my finances was being hurled at me, rhetoric about my kid, rhetoric about my daughter, my thing is like, you're not talking to me. What would I be upset about? You're not talking to me. I would not have a reaction for you if you was like, and then there go that girl Ashley. She thinks she know everything sitting there in her green shirt and them dreads in her head. Would I get upset? Would I yell? No, because my name not Ashley. Just like my name wouldn't be whatever them broke things is, whatever you was saying about the kids, whatever lie. The most that you could get upset about is you were looking to push a button. And so, okay. But other than that, I just why are we talking about the kids? Also, I think we have officially gotten out of hand with the preseason spillerage, the preseason. I'm gonna put this out. We've gone too far. We've gone too far. I don't need to know. And be reminded every day from now until the 6-month mark when Real Housewives of Salt Lake City airs that Mary M. Cosby may or may not have called Lisa Barlow's son outward. Now, after that happened, after we got the news, Miss Mary Mack posted a picture of her son and said, "There's two sides to every story. Here's my beautiful son." Okay. She has since altered the post. It doesn't say two sides to every story, explanation point, my beautiful son. It now just says my beautiful son. Your beautiful married son? What are we talking about? Are you showing us pictures of the man who was living in your house eating your food whilst married? Are we talking about the son who was using your credit card to buy the girlfriend bags? Because I feel like we could talk about that. I feel like there is a lot that we could talk about in Mary Cosby's life and unpacking Mary Cosby's life before we begin talking about other people's. What seminary school do these people go to? Who told Mary M. Cosby that she could be a pastor? Who told Giselle Bryant that she could be a first lady? It ain't no morality classes we gotta pass. Speaking of Giselle Bryant, she will be around to torture us for yet another season of Real Housewives of Potomac. That's right. Apparently, the people who cast for Real Housewives of Potomac and the production company themselves have decided they aren't going to do any work. And so, because they live under a rock with Patrick Starr, they thought that this season was good. So, they decided to do no work. We are going to get Karen Huger's fabricated DUI story. I say fabricated because Karen Huger told us that she ran into that tree because she swerved because there was a truck coming at her. Yet we have seen not now ring camera footage, not now TMZ footage of no truck coming at the Grand Dame head on. Okay. What we have heard is 7 seasons of accusations of them calling Auntie Karen an alcoholic. And listen, I think this is a perfect Real Housewives recipe. I think you got the DUI. And again, Potomac has been able to be void of some of these housewife tropes. Got Karen with the DUI. Wendy's home was just broken into, but we have yet to hear what was stolen, a police report or something or other. God bless her. I hope she's okay. I hope everybody's safe. If you say your house was broken into, it was broken into. I'm just telling you, I know when I see housewives tropes, right? I know Johnson Johnson when I smell Johnson Johnson, and that don't smell like no Johnson Johnson. Okay. We got Giselle Bryant, who apparently ain't this the year that the twins graduate. So we just put the oldest one in school at FAMU. Don't the twins graduate this year? Whew, I looked the side of my mouth mad hard. Then I just felt like I had a bunch of. I ain't like that. I don't want to see. Oh, my name is Giselle. Give me some grace, and I'll learn to adore you. Boo! Why did you sell every hue? That's what we want to know. Do do you and that little young boy that you trotting around, y'all got an open relationship, or you just like Sheree and Martell? Huh? That's what we want to talk about. Okay. So she'll be back. Ashley Darby will be back. And you're damn straight she gonna be back because listen, Michael didn't get no money from Candace in that lawsuit, and you can't tell me that she wasn't betting on that. Okay. She talking about something. She love this man. She rub his feet every night and has yet to tell us what she loves about a man that embarrasses her for fun. Okay. But you rub his feet every night. This man ain't never showed Ashley no lick of respect. Never, not once that we have seen. Even after they broke up and she was with the man from the other little Bravo show that she was running around the internet with, she told us that Michael came and popped up and dropped the kids off early because that's his house and he don't respect her. So she'll be back, child. Um, and then lie a lot. Mia Thornton will be back, child. Just lying to us. You gonna sit up on that screen, tell Nneka that you conceived that baby with the IUIs. Then you gonna get up on that screen and say that both Incognito and old Daddy Gordon think that Jeremiah belonged to Mr. Incognito. Number one, don't they have laws against this? You can't exploit this baby 2 times in one season. First, we was all supposed to be crying about him not knowing how to read, and now he don't know who his daddy is. This boy is old enough to hear. So now we finna Incognito and Mia remind me of the Fashion Nova version of Kevin Hart and a Nico Hart. I'll just let you sit with that one because I know I'm not wrong. But anyway, she'll be back with him. And that'll be season 9. Kiana's not coming back. Also, why would she? I wouldn't come back. That wasn't good. And just like Winter said from Love and Marriage DC, she did an interview and she was just like, anybody who has money can make more money doing anything other than this. So why would you? I don't understand. While I'm talking about things that I don't understand, let's talk about Kyle Richards, Umansky, and Morgan Wade. Now, I do want to say, I told y'all last year that I think that, or I thought that Kyle and what's Mauricio had some sort of open relationship, throuple, polyamorous situation going on because the writing was all there, but I also felt like Bravo, which is an NBCU show, did not want to paint that picture of marriage. So I always said that I thought there was some there. And I always said that unless somebody tells me something, I don't want to speak on it. Because when you go turn over rocks with no context, you find out things that people don't want you to find out. And you don't know what people are going or are willing to do in order to protect the thing they didn't want you to find out. Right? Cool. So I let the information come to me. When it came to me, that Kyle was with a girl. I said to myself, myself said, myself said, I knew it. I knew there was a girl involved. But I do have to tell y'all that I thought the girl that was involved with Kyle would give more Jenna Lyons and less Morgan Wade. I thought we were going to give more Lena Waithe, if you will, less. What's the girl's name from Schitt's Creek? Her. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it to be Morgan Wade. I didn't expect Kyle to be as smitten as she was. Like Kyle was giving very much. I guess the girl and I liked it. Like this is the first time that you done held a girl's hand. Child. Like I need you to calm down. She's just. I love her music. I just not the Apple Watch just started playing songs. She just, oh my God, have you heard her music? It's just, and she, okay. It's the tattoos for me. I didn't expect Kyle Richards Umansky to pop out with Stevie from Schitt's Creek. That is something that I did not see coming. Nevertheless, she pops out and she gives us very much nothing. And so finally, and this is why I'm like, we've got to do the producer shakeup for all these other casts that we did for Beverly Hills, because whoever Kyle's new producer is got foot to fire. They like this mediocre stuff ain't finna work. I'm here to produce you. I'm not here to be your friend. Get to work. You don't want to get to work. You don't want to show us your life with Morgan. You don't want to tell us nothing about your life with Morgan. All right, get off the show. And that is the ultimatum that was allegedly issued to Miss Kyle Richard Umansky. You were going to shit or get off the pot. You going to tell us about your lesbian relationship, cue Lisa Nicole, or you're going to get off the show. There is no more in between. From one Bravo show that continuously lets us down to another one that just can't seem to get right. Atlanta. Is this thing on? Is this my camera? Atlanta. Casting for Atlanta. What could Sheree Whitfield, what could Sheree, she ain't never gave us no She by Sheree Fashions Whitfield possibly have to offer us this season? The last time we saw Sheree Whitfield on our television screen, she was dating the man that we all knew she wasn't dating. She was dating the man who was like a doorknob. Everybody gets a turn. She was dating a man for hire, and we knew that. The last time we saw Sheree, she ain't never gonna give us She by Sheree Whitfield on the Real Housewives of Atlanta screens. She showed us clothes that we could not buy because she never paid the person who created the clothes. That's not tea, that's fact. Hi, I'm Elle. I interviewed the gentleman who actually made the clothes that we saw on the She by Sheree fashion show that season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And the reason that those clothes were not available to be purchased on the website after that show aired is because she did not pay that designer. Prior to that, she was dating a man who was locked up and then couldn't get no clearance to come see her on the show. What do we have to talk to Sheree Whitfield about? Where has the story evolved to? Kenya has a hair salon. We want to see that. Drew finally got away from Ralph. We want to see that. There are allegedly 3 newbies. We want to see that. Sheree? No. Go put her on House of Villains and leave me alone. I can't take no more. Also, while we're in Atlanta, and listen, Portia too. That man Simon Gabadia said, "Listen, I ain't getting no money on. Ain't nobody getting no money on, baby. Ain't nobody having no fun on if I can't get no money on." This man done drug the nanny into it. Got the nanny issuing statements like, Portia brung armed gunmen to the house while the kids were asleep or in the house, and I was concerned. You were so concerned, right, that this is the first time that we've heard from you. I'm not here for none of the fiascos that they got going on. You remember back in the day, Real Housewives? Do you remember Scary Island? Do you remember your ugly Herman monster boots? Do you remember Sonya's tooth falling out while Harry was at the house and she had to go get the fix it and put it back in? These are the fun times. These are the things that I want to see back in my space. These are the I cannot take any more of the R word, of the racism, of the trigger. I can't. I don't want it, y'all. I don't. And let me tell you something. Because Bravo and NBCU stalks my page continuously, but will refuse to pay me for any of the work that they come over here and bite off of, they released Real Housewives of DC on streaming. So where you used to have to pay, I think it was like $25 for the season on Amazon Prime, it is available for free on Peacock now. I will actually be live here on YouTube on Millichan TV with Millicent discussing the first episode of Real Housewives of DC. We are going to break it down and chit chat about it like we've never seen it before. But I want to say, upon watching the first episode, I think the reason that we will never get Real Housewives of DC ever again is them women, they were talking too much. Beautiful for us, right? Like tea was being spilt, but they were talking way too much for politicians and reality TV. So at this point, if you guys aren't familiar, Real Housewives of DC ran for one season back in 2008. It featured the couple that snuck into the correspondence dinner for the Obamas. It was a big thing. It was all in the news. And Real Housewives of DC filmed while all of this was going on. So they filmed them sneaking in, or up until them sneaking in. They filmed the subsequent court case that followed after that. There was a Black real estate agent on there. There is a woman who is the wife of White House photographer, former photographer of then President Obama and then former President George W. Bush. There were a lot, and they were just like showing people, look, this is the picture that he sent me from work today. Because again, for these people, they live in Washington. This Washington thing is their real life. But I do feel like that show was a little close to home to have continued to run. Like, I think part of the reason that we didn't get another season is because they was like, hey, oh no. Mm-mm, y'all can't do that. So again, tomorrow on Millichan TV here on YouTube. If you guys don't follow Millicent, please do. I think she's one of the best people. She be having her foot on the necks of them own people, child. The Martells, the love and marriage, don't nobody know love and marriage nothing like Millicent know love and marriage something, okay? She be on to them people. A little bit of house cleaning. You guys wanted to do a movie club, and so we are. Our first movie is It's Complicated. Um, for you, unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know where you guys fall. In order to stream the movie, watch it together, and make sure that my page doesn't get banned, we do have to watch on Twitch. So if you guys go over to Twitch, download Twitch, open your Twitch app. I don't know your relationship with Twitch, but I'm on there. Just El Marasaki. It is the same exact name. Friday, this Friday. What is this Friday's date? This Friday, April 26th at 9 p.m., we will stream It's Complicated live on my Twitch. You can bring your drinks, you can bring your popcorn, you can bring whatever you need to bring. We will be watching It's Complicated together. Bring your ice cream. Okay. If you followed my ice cream instructions, you can be watching It's Complicated, eating you some lavender ice cream, just like Meryl Streep made in the movie. Okay. So again, that is Twitched. I will make another video for you guys and leave it on the page, but we will be live on Twitch. That is where we will be having our watch party for the first movie in our movie club, which is It's Complicated. Okay. Y'all got to, like, I understand, but you said you wanted a movie. Now we don't got a live update. Now hold on. Aubrey O'Day has responded to the grow. I told her, please just know that my ears and my podcasts are open. She said, all in good time, my love. A lot of chaos and movement happening behind y'all's eyes right now. We shall see. I told you guys when we started the show, I sent her her page didn't have like booking information. So I sent her just a DM and requested her presence on the podcast. And I did tell her just that. I know that there is a lot going on, a lot that she can talk about, a lot that she probably can't talk about. You know what I'm saying? But fingers crossed, we will get Miss Aubrey O'Day in the building. Y'all, am I the only Danity Kane fan here? What is your favorite Danity Kane song? I don't know. I don't know. For them to only have 2 albums, I be looking at their discography like, damn, what a fumbled opportunity. And I think it's so interesting. Aubrey O'Day did an interview once on somebody's podcast. The name escapes me, but she did an interview and she said, was it Aubrey or Dawn that did that interview? Where they said that nobody expected their music to sell. Everybody just viewed them as a television show. Girls who was on a television show who happened to have an album. So they cut 100,000 copies and flew through them. Sold out. And now people want the album. This is before streaming. People want the album and they can't get it. They have to actually go back to production because nobody thought that Danity Kane was going to be the cash cow that they were. Pasadena Baby over on Instagram says that show stopping, we show stopping is her favorite Danity Kane song. I don't know. Sleep on It is really like, I wish that we could get a remastered Sleep on It. That would be good for me. Ecstasy is good. Damaged is good. I don't know. I am a Danity Kane girl. I also grew up in the era of girl groups and boy groups, so I'm spoiled in that right? Like I grew up in the heat of Destiny's Child, 3LW, B2K, not Boys to Men, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, like Danity Kane, Day 26. I was just listening to Stadium Music last night, child. Like, I love the groups of it all. So we shall see. We shall see. Hopefully, Miss Aubrey O'Day, whenever she is ready, okay? She is welcome on to the podcast, and hopefully we'll have a good little chit-chatterization with her at that time. Amen. Amen, child. So, according to the lineup, though, NECA is not coming back, and she is getting ready to lose me because she won't stop talking. I'm like, "Grab." The season wasn't that interesting. You weren't that interesting. Your drama wasn't that interesting for you to just be bumping the gums the way that you bumping them. And I said this, I would love to see her on another show, but again, she's losing me with too much of the yip yapperization for no reason. It almost feels like a metaphorical hamster wheel. She's just spinning the wheels. Like, girl, what are you doing? Andy Cohen came out last night and said that Summer House Martha's Vineyard is getting a reunion. I don't know if you guys watch. Summer House Martha's Vineyard is an all-black summer house show that is on Bravo. And season 1, they did not get a reunion, but they will be. There will be a reunion for season 2. Andy asked to submit the questions like he always does, and I submitted mine. I wanted to know from Jasmine. We obviously know why, if you guys aren't familiar. Jasmine on the show at the time of filming was pregnant, but did not tell her friends immediately that she was pregnant. She was just telling them that she was participating, just kind of in the mocktail lifestyle, if you will. So my question was, did this opportunity of sobriety allow Jasmine to see her friends and her friendships in a different light? Jasmine is the first one out of her friend group to start a family, be married, have kids. So we saw first season it play out with her trying to balance now being a wife with her husband being there, and then also have a good time with her friends. I thank God every day that they called Silas and asked him to go do whatever he needs to do for the military so that he wouldn't be around for this season of Martha's Vineyard, because that man, he was about to single-handedly ruin the show with his male chauvinistic ass. Arse, excuse me. He was just like, as somebody who has been married since she was 23, I cannot stand this idea of that. Now that you have 2 rings on your finger, you are just this matronly, I am such a wife, and I can't go to the club with my friends. Me going to the club does not make me a bad wife. Me wanting to go out, and especially at that point, season 1, Jasmine and Silas didn't have kids. First of all, we are on vacation. This ain't even our house. It would be a different conversation if this was something that I was doing every single night. Then we would have to have a conversation. Well, I'm sorry, were you looking to like start a family? Like what were you looking to do here? Because going out every single night, drinking every single night, doing what you normally used to do with your friends before we were a couple, that's not conducive to beginning a family, to starting a family, to getting to know each other. And also, Silas and Jasmine have not lived together that long because of him being away in the military. So I love the idea behind Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. I don't necessarily love season 2 of this show, but I do believe that they deserve a reunion because some things need to be hashed out. There are a lot of confessional gangsters on this show. Um, can't think of the one friend. Jasmine's friend had a lot to say after Jasmine finally did tell them that she was having a baby. They had a lot to say in reference to hanging out with Jasmine. Imagine having friends, got a friend over here and I've got a friend over here, and then I bring them all together, and now all of us are friends because of me. And now they're hanging out without me and they're bragging about how they be hanging out about me. And in my opinion, they be kind of shoving the inside jokes in her face to point out that they was hanging out without her. To be fair, this woman was not consumed with marital duties, and that's why she didn't hang out with them. They simply didn't invite her. Yeah. They need desperately a reunion. And so I'm very happy that they're going to get one. Um, you guys, I think that's it. I think that we have covered it all. I think that we have said all that needs to be said. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chit chatting with me. If you enjoyed this live, give it a thumbs up. Child, at this point, even if you didn't enjoy it, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. Thank you. Hit the button. Okay. And then share it with somebody if you enjoyed. If you think they would enjoy this live, go ahead on and share it with somebody. We will be back next Tuesday at 8 p.m. I would love to tell you who the guest is, but I like to keep you on your toes. So make sure you set that reminder so that when I do announce who the guest is, you don't miss it. All right. Other than that, we'll see you at 9 o'clock on Friday for the watch party so we can enjoy It's Complicated. Could have been anywhere on the internet, but you were here bumping your gums with me, and that is greatly appreciated. Until next week, it's free 99 to be good to somebody. So get out there and do that shit. If you can't, like, just keep that shit to yourself.